All right, welcome back to Malik Cunningham Franchise here on Madden 24. We're taking on the Jets this week. Beat Detroit last week 29-12 after blocking an extra point, running back for two, and getting some momentum off of that. And ended up upgrading Ramondre Stevenson to Superstar X Factor. So he also has an upgrade, and we'll go ahead put that into power back because he is definitely our power back. Acceleration, ball carry vision, carrying, and strength. He has 97 break tackle, 90 acceleration, 91 speed. Maybe not the most impressive speed, but his stiff arm, his trucking, his strength, his toughness is good. His catching is not bad. His route running is not great, but I mean he is a running back. So, but what we're gonna do here, we're gonna set his X Factor ability, and I would like something increased rate on trucks and stiff arms. Freight train. Increased chance to break the next tackle. Let's go freight train. He has some other abilities too. We can probably make sure they're what we want. Reach for it. Arm bar. Let's go bulldozer. Just make him an even more powerful power back. We do have some problems on the offensive line here, as Rashawn Ware is injured, and Nyman. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he's also out for this week, and it kind of makes me wonder: should we start Andrews at right tackle? We've got Brady Christensen in at left guard. We could maybe move our right guard to right tackle. I don't know. And then maybe move our center to right guard and start Andrews at center. That seems like a lot to do. We could maybe look for somebody in free agency to start at right tackle. I don't know that they're really, at this time of the season, we'll look at left tackles first. Right tackle, there's not a lot to look at as far as right tackles. Maybe a left tackle we can move to right tackle. It's just not really going to be any better than what we have. So I think we're just going to settle for what we've got for now. We'll defend the outside run. We're going to run inside against the Jets here. Had a lot of trouble getting the running game going in our last game against the Jets.
Come on.
But hopefully we can get the run game going a little bit more today.
Okay, break. Ready.
Of course, we've got all these great receivers as well. There's Boone. Hopefully we can get gold on this drill today. That one's picked off. Okay. It's going to reset our multiplier. That one's dropped.
Okay, ready? Set up.
That one's knocked down. Okay.
Set.
Not doing so well here. Not sure we're even going to get silver at this point.
Let's go now. Hut, hut. Ready. On the jump. Let go.
Had to look a little further up the field there because we needed the yards to try to get silver. Just too many incomplete passes on that drill. I mean, kind of hurts us that I only attempt these one time now. Is that Ramondre Stevenson out with a shoulder strain? If Ramondre Stevenson's out, we're screwed. That is not what we want to see. We do have some upgrades. Terrell Andrews, we'll go man to man. Plus 3 man coverage. He's playing up to his man coverage being in the 90s, so go power on Jake Andrews and nobody else really matters too much for their upgrades. But I think that was Ramondre Stevenson that's going to be injured for this game. Ramondre Stevenson out with a shoulder strain, so we'll see what we can do here without him. We'll have to take on the Jets without our new X Factor player. And it's a game in the snow once again. Malik Cunningham, 35 touchdowns, 26 picks, and about 4,000 yards on the season. We need our defense to play really well today with Ramondre Stevenson injured. They're going to run this one back. And it's Brandon Tiller. 28 touchdowns, 16 picks, 3,400 yards. We just played the Jets a couple of weeks ago, so we're not going to take a look at the team, really. Although I still haven't fixed my depth chart how I want it, because I keep changing it in the game so it doesn't save. Langford, I want as... I want Carter, and then Langford, and then Greenfield. And then at D tackle, I want Greenfield and Langford and actually I think I want Carter. Like Lewis should not ever be out there. I want Carter, Langford, Greenfield. Something like that. But why it's not a guy that should be out. Brees Hall, 13 rushes for 61 yards last week. I think the Jets are coming off a loss here, if I remember correctly. And Langford, we now have revealed that he has superstar development. I'm pretty sure. That's what it looks like here. 3rd and 6 now. That's going to be complete. Teller with a 20-yard completion. Langford coming after the quarterback. That one's bounced off of one of the linemen there. Some notable inactive players today. It's our offensive linemen. There's a handoff, and they're going to pick up the first down. Carter with a half a sack there. Going to bring it to 2nd and 19 here. No, I want to take a look at something here because you know what? I'm going to move Will Anderson Jr. to rush right end. And then rush D tackle is going to be Aiden Hutchinson. Carter can be number 2, and Langford can be number 3. And then regular D tackle can be Langford. They're going to set up a screen, and that's incomplete. We won't see the changes on this play, but I feel like Will Anderson Jr. is just not getting on the field. I don't see him making a lot of plays, and that's a bit of a problem. And here comes Malik Cunningham. He may need to have a big game today with Ramondre Stevenson. Probably going to try to get Clyde Edwards-Helaire a big game today, too. Just 2 games left in the season here. Looking for Edwards-Helaire there. He's going to drop the ball. Go to him on an inside zone now. Run behind our good left tackle and our tight end. He's going to get 6. That's going to get us to a 3rd and a more manageable 4. We may hand it off again here. Got a good push on that last play. He just gets enough for a first down. Just barely enough there. Maybe a screen now. Try to get him into some open space. See if we can get a block or 2. It's going to be 16 yards. It's a good play. Just going to throw it underneath for Alex Good. Get another 8 yards. Try an outside run here on the stretch play. See if we can't do something. We're only going to get a yard, but that is going to get us to a 3rd and 1. I don't know if I like the ISO play with Edwards-Helaire. He's not the most powerful running back. If we can get good blocking, Should have enough for a first down. The problem is our third running back, I think, is he's not very good. So we want to use Edwards-Helaire, but we don't want him to maybe sustain an injury. That would be really not. So just gonna barely get that ball away. It's gonna bring up 3rd and 4 now. I think I'm gonna run a draw play here. Not sure they'll be expecting that. Might work. It's gonna be enough for a first. We'll go tight end attack here, but we're probably looking for Garrett Wilson if he's all by himself on this play. Alex good open enough though, but it is knocked down. Might run an RPO here. Edwards-Helaire breathing a little heavy there. Only a gain of 2. Don't want to turn the ball over though and miss out on getting any points at all. Looking for the end zone. It's caught by Williams. Jamison Williams with the touchdown. We'll kick the extra point. They are going to review this. I think he probably had both feet down. They're going to say he did. And we'll take the extra point. We get it up to the 28. Nice. Bit of a return there. Okay, so now we've got Anderson Jr. There's Carter. Hutchinson's there. That was a quick pass, but we'll see how they do. There's Langford, Carter, Hutchinson. It's not really what I wanted from nah. This is more of what I want here. Franklin, Myers, Hutchinson, Carter, and Anderson Jr. There's Carter with the tackle. Tim Carter with the TFL. This may take us to the end of the first. It will. Jets only running about 10 plays so far. 52 yards passing for us. Over 30 yards rushing on that first drive, too. We're going to miss on the tackle, and the Jets are going to have a first down. If I probably wouldn't have switched players, we probably would have gotten the stop there. But it is what it is. We'll see how Hutchinson does at D-tackle. I don't know. He hasn't developed in this franchise. I know we traded for him. We traded him away. We traded to get him back. He hasn't developed like he has in Lions franchise. He's still very good, but he's not elite. I mean, he's still, I think star dev, whatever. 3rd and 5 now. Hopefully we can hold him to a field goal here. So I would like some sort of a blitz here that's not like a nickel blitz. We're not going to get it. We're not going to get what we want. Double team and Aiden Hutchinson that time. Jets pick up a 1st down. Wandale Robinson, who we know from the last game is on the Jets. There's a stop. We're going to keep them from getting in the end zone, at least momentarily here. Got Langford and Carter out there now. And Langford going to get a TFL. It looks like they handed it off to the fullback there. That's a touchdown. Wandale Robinson. Now what I'd like to do here is run a lot of time off the clock and get at least a touchdown or a field goal and not leave the Jets any time to score, because we get the ball to start the second half. Jameson Williams, 800 yards in the season on only 32 catches. That's insane. Those are some pretty crazy numbers. It was a nice run for Edwards-Helaire. He'll curl flat here and probably just check it down to Edwards-Helaire. Get him outside, get a little bit of space there. 4 for 7 for 60 yards and a touchdown from Malik Cunningham. We want to score here, but we want to use some clock too. It's a 10-yard run from Edwards-Helaire. He's having a nice game. He's a good running back. I know Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs has had the majority of the carries, but I mean, Edwards-Helaire is still a very good running back. Maybe not like one of the top in the league or something, but he's solid. He's 5 yards per carry today. So. We really like having him as the second option. It's nice to have a running back as your second option who really can come in and actually do something, actually has a chance to pick up yards. As we get down to the 7 here, and we might be able to just take this down to the 2-minute warning. I don't know if I want to actually run. You know what? I'll run it down to the 2-minute warning. I'm fine with that. I know it's going to be a little boring for a second here, but that's the 2-minute warning, and it's well worth it for us to run the clock a little bit there. They want us to throw the ball now, though, so I do think I am going to audible to our run here, though. And Edwards-Helaire going to pick up the 1st down, but not make it into the end zone. This is an option sort of a play here that usually doesn't work well, but we're going to try it. Malik Cunningham going to lose a couple of yards, which I'm fine with. It's going to keep the clock running. Boone might actually get open here. That's what seems to happen a lot of the time on this play. This is going to get down to the 2. I think I'm just going to go read option here. We're reading that guy off the edge there. He's going to take the running back, and Malik Cunningham's going to go right in for the touchdown. Rushing touchdown there for Malik Cunningham. And do I dare go for 2 here? There's the 2 by Alex Good. That's going to make it 15-7. I feel like sometimes that 2-point conversion is just a big momentum play. And, you know, also if they do score, they're likely to go for 2 to try to tie the game. And if they don't get it, then it's going to leave us ahead by 2. So it really just can be a bit of a turning point. Joel Bitonio is injured. I think he was on our team. I think he came over in the trade for John Franklin Myers to the Jets. They're going to call a timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout. I think they were forced to use a timeout when Joel Bitonio was injured on that previous play. They're just going to check it down and call their last timeout. They now have 30 seconds. And no timeouts left. So anything over the middle of the field was going to be fine. Maybe they'll run the field goal unit on here. Nope. They're going to try to get one more play. They have a shot here. And it's knocked down by Andrews, and that's going to be the half. Andrews with a great play there. Again, we gave up a lot to get Andrews. Terrell Andrews, our rookie corner that we know has superstar X Factor development, but hasn't officially been revealed yet. We saw that before we trade for him. Broncos and the Dolphins here. Trey Lance for the Broncos, who we saw earlier this year. Dolphins we haven't played, and unless they make the playoffs, probably not going to. Steelers are 8-7. They're beating the Saints. They're probably going to move to 9-7. There's a chance they make the playoffs. Carolina, Tampa Bay. Carolina 12-3. And we'll get into the second half here. We'll continue to run inside. And I guess we'll keep defending the outside run. That's what we did in the first half. I don't really know how effective it was, but it seemed to do well enough, I guess. Up to the 19-yard line here. Edwards-Helaire today, 13 rushes for 71 yards. Doesn't have a touchdown. I'd like to get him a touchdown at some point. There's a handoff. He's going to get about 10, 12 more yards. And if he has a big game, what we should probably do is put him at running back 1 and then simulate the week. And then there's a chance he'll have a breakout challenge. Not sure he would unless he actually gets a couple of touchdowns, though. I'm pretty sure he has star development, so might need a lot to get him a breakout challenge to get him to superstar. But it would be nice if we had a X Factor and a superstar development running back. As Jameson Williams just took that all the way for a touchdown. On the play action, setting up the run there and then working off the play action, and we've got a bigger lead here now against the Jets as we score quickly. Just ran the ball a few times there and then went to the play action pass. Got a 2-score lead now over the Jets. When we win this game, we shouldn't have any trouble making the playoffs. We could probably lose to the Chargers in Week 18 and still make the playoffs if we win. Because Langford has a sack. There's a handoff, and Matt Sharp coming up to make the tackle. That's his first tackle of the game. There's a screen. We're all over it. And that's going to bring up 4th down. The Jets are going to punt. And we could look to maybe put this game away with another touchdown. Especially if we can run some time off the clock. Up to the 39 now. Jameson Williams, 2 catches, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. Edwards-Helaire there can't get much of anything. Gonna lose a yard. But Malik Cunningham's been throwing the ball well today. Hasn't thrown it a lot. It's that one to Boone. That's a couple of yards there. Only thrown it 11 times now, but has been efficient. There's one for Edwards-Helaire. He's going to hang on. It's going to bring up 4th and 3. And I think we're actually going to go for this here. I don't think I want Edwards-Helaire running such a flat route there. He's not working him up the field at all. And we're going to run right into the pressure and turn it over on downs. I was going to scramble there and just throw it to Edwards-Helaire on the wheel. Just get a little closer to where he was. And ran right into where the pressure was coming from. So. Pepper's going to make the tackle there. 15 for 18 for the Jets. They've been efficient today. They just have had a couple of drives they haven't been able to finish. But no interceptions for them today. They aren't turning the ball over. They're just not finishing their drives. So it's helped us out. 3rd and 4 here now. And there's the touchdown for the Jets. Tyler Conklin. And they're going to get this back to a one-possession game here. Probably didn't need to go for it on that 4th down. But we did, and we'll have to live with that now. So, going to get it to the 28. We want to run the ball here. We want to try to run some clock if we can run the ball effectively. That would be really good. We're going to pick up 5 on that last play. And Edwards-Helaire going to get another 2. Just going to bring up 3rd and 3. We could go with a read option here. He took the running back, but I was not able to hand it off there. I don't know what happened. I'm going for this. I don't know why, but it's knocked down. Okay. Didn't need to go for it there. Probably should have just won. We're giving them the ball at the 34. I might. It's going to seem like I'm trying to throw the game away. In reality, I just ran no huddle and didn't feel like taking the timeout. So. Carter with a sack. They're all the way back to the 47. Losing a ton of yards on that play. And they're going to throw that one underneath. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 18, but they may just take this to the 4th quarter. We'll see. They might have time to run the play here. They don't. It's going to be the 4th quarter. It'd be a long field goal from here. Here comes Hutchinson going after the quarterback. He's going to throw it away. And they're going to punt the ball. So we turn it over on downs, but it works out well enough for us after the big sack there that lost him a lot of yards. So they're going to go out of bounds at the 7. There's a throw by Malik Cunningham. Edwards-Helaire going to turn upfield. Pick up the 1st down. 10 for 15 today from Malik Cunningham. He hasn't been exceptional or anything, but he's been efficient. There's a gain of a yard. Over 100 yards today for Edwards-Helaire. I still would like to get him a touchdown. Know if that's going to happen, but it would be nice. He's going to break one here. Can't get away from the tackle, but he's going to be out to the 41-yard line. Again, I think we probably should put him at running back 1 before we simulate the week, in case we can get him. In case we can get him a breakout challenge. We're looking for Jamison Williams, but that one's out of bounds. Just floating it over everybody's head there. We could look to pass here, but I think we'll just hand it off to Edwards-Helaire, and he's going to get just enough for the 1st down. Keep the drive alive, keep the clock moving. We're going to bring in Perry Holmes now. Our 3rd string back. Doesn't see much action. He's going to pick up 2. And now Edwards-Helaire back into it. Just one play off there for him. And we're going to hand it to him again. He's not going to get anything. Going to lose a yard. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 here. Just don't want to turn it over here. We have a field goal here if we want it. But Malik Cunningham's going to get sacked and fumble the ball. We're going to get it back. And they want us to punt. Yeah, it'd be a 68-yard field goal. We'll punt the ball. We took some time off the clock. It's going to bounce into the end zone. We're still up 8. We took a good chunk of time off the clock. Only 5 minutes left now. The Jets aren't able to score on this drive. And even if they do score, they're going to have to go for 2. And it's going to be a fumble picked up by John Franklin Myers. We're going to have the ball at the 13. The Jets quarterback was hit as he threw the ball, and it came out there. Now we're going to hand it off to Edwards-Helaire. He's going to get 8 yards on the play. And we'll see if we can't get him his touchdown here. We'll hand it to him again. He's going to get just a yard. 140 on the ground today. Go stick here and maybe throw it to him. I'd be okay if he had a receiving touchdown. That's fine. He's going to get ran into there. Just going to bring up 4th and 1. I'm not kicking a field goal. We could and make it a 2-possession game. But we only have a yard to go here. And Edwards-Helaire is going to pick up a 1st down. Down to the 1. And let's just give him the ball and get him into the end zone here. And he's going to lose a couple all the way back to the 4. He's going to take that one, and I think that was Quentin Williams just screaming up the middle. Now we're all the way back to the 7. So now we're not looking for Edwards-Helaire. Looking to the back of the end zone there. That one's incomplete. And we've ran quite a bit more time off the clock. Now I'll be a little more willing to settle for the field goal. Make this a 2-possession game. We don't get Edwards-Helaire's touchdown, but he has had over 140 yards rushing today. So, is that enough to get him a breakout challenge? I'm not sure, but it certainly would be nice. It looks like we're going to hold on and win this game. As long as the Jets don't score here and kick an onside kick, I think we'll be fine. Going to go with a quarterback draw there. That's a little strange considering they're limited on how much time they have. And there's a completion. And going to get out of bounds. Again, 20 for 24, 2 touchdowns. Jets have been efficient. They just probably too many sacks. Did have the fumble. We were able to run a lot of time off the clock after the fumble. They're going with another quarterback draw. I don't think they're not gonna get another play before the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go now. They do have all their timeouts, but now they're They are down multiple scores here, so. And if they want to just throw it 5 yards, I'm fine with that. It's going to eat up too much time. They're not going to get down the field quickly enough. So that one's dropped. Is going to stop the clock, though. That one's caught. But again, 9 yards. Now they're going to have to call a timeout, which they can't really afford to do. A couple of missed tackles there, but we bring him down in bounds, so that's fine. A minute to go now. And they're going to get the touchdown. But they are going to need to go for 2, and then they're going to need an onside kick. They're going to get the 2. But they're going to need an onside kick here. Got the hands team out. And we're going to miss nearly, and then Jamison Williams is going to pick it up. They've got 2 timeouts. They could possibly get the ball back here with maybe about 20 seconds or so. We just need a first down. Edwards-Helaire with the first down. We could take a knee here if we wanted to. Could try to get Edwards-Helaire a couple more yards. There's 2 more. If he gets 1 more yard, he'd have 150, so maybe we'll run another play here. It's going to get below 40 seconds. So just hand it off one more time. Maybe we go no huddle and hand it off again. I don't know that we're actually going to be able to get him into the end zone. We could try. We could try to get him into the end. I'm going to call timeout. Go mesh here and try to throw it to him. As long as we don't throw a pick 6, we'll be all right. Tried to catch it in the back of the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. 10 for 19 today for Malik Cunningham. He, wasn't spectacular, but he was efficient enough. 10 for 19, 2 touchdowns, had a long of 57. Brandon Tiller for the Jets, 240, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Had a good game. Did fumble the ball, though. Edwards-Helaire, 164 yards rushing. Breece Hall only ran the ball 8 times. Had 5 yards per carry, but only ran the ball 8 times. So Malik Cunningham, 3 rushes, minus 2 yards, and a touchdown. Did fumble, but we got it back. And then Holmes carried the ball once. Receiving, Wandale had some catches. Tyler Conklin, Rashid Shaheed, Marvin Mims. They ate us up quite a bit. Edwards-Helaire had 4 catches, 42 yards. Did drop the ball once. I don't know if maybe they're just counting the one at the end of the game or if it was a different one. But Alex Good had 1 catch today. Jamison Williams had 2 touchdowns on 2 catches. And Trent Boone had a few catches. So defensively, lots of tackles for loss. Tim Carter with 3, 2 for Langford, 1 for John Franklin Myers, 1 for Will Anderson, 1 for Trevor Peppers. A sack and a half for Tim Carter, a sack for Patrick Queen, a sack for Michael Langford, half a sack for Jabril Peppers. No interceptions. Did have a forced fumble by Patrick Queen that was picked up by John Franklin Myers. It was a close game in the end, but it never really felt like it was in doubt. Even with some of those mistakes I was making on the fourth downs, it never really felt like it was out of our reach here. So we will go in here. We have to do it in the depth chart, maybe. Well, Edwards-Helaire's number one in the depth chart right now, so I know it's because of the injury, but maybe there's a chance he gets a breakout challenge. We're going to advance the week here. He definitely doesn't, but we'll be taking on the 7 and 9 Chargers. We're number 5 right now, and the wild card, which is the highest we're going to be able to be without winning the division. So Bills are 11 and 5, and I think if we finish with the same record as them, we would win the division, since we have the head-to-head over them. So we would need to win this next game and hope for a Bills loss. And we'll look at the schedule here. They're taking on the Colts, who I'm pretty sure are a playoff team. Yeah, they're number 2. So there's a chance the Bills are going to lose. And we've got to go to LA and play the Chargers. But we're going to have Ramondre Stevenson back. So that will be in the next video. I will see you then when we take on the Chargers. Have a good day.